I guess we're going to do this on social media, Scott. You know, when friends have a problem, they usually pick up the phone and call. Or even face-to-face is pretty nice. But I guess you're back to getting dudes from behind, so we're going to have to do this way. Now, I was going to make this video, and I was going to address your little temper tantrum on after our title match, but I see that you're going to do it again on Facebook, and I know you love your own press, so what we'll do is I'll address the points as you bring them back up. What this video is going to be about is about you. Now, you're quick to point the flaws out in everyone, but you rarely look in the mirror, Scott. You rarely take stock in who you are. See, people have a short memory, but I, at least as it comes to you, do not. And what were you before you teamed with Brandon K? You were an asshole, Scott. Perhaps the biggest asshole in PWX history. You had no respect from anyone in the locker room. And the reason being is, not because you're a talented wrestler, there's no doubt. Just because you cheated for everything you've ever earned in wrestling up until that point. And, you know, it was always a joke in the locker room, you know. But anyway, whatever. You didn't have any friends, Scott. You had a few friends, but they were always the bottom of the barrel wrestlers as well. The filth. You guys all, you know, got along pretty well. But to your little tirade, actually one of your points is you kept Brandon K in wrestling. And that's true because somehow we became friends. Not in front of the people. No, you're a bad guy and I'm a good guy, so that don't happen. No, we became friends in the back room. And I don't even know how that happened, but it did. And it was, you know, I saw flashes of what you could be, Scotty. And all I saw in you was that you were just not a confident person in yourself. That's why you cheated for everything you ever got. No self-confidence. So when you came to me and said, no, actually I came to you and told you I was leaving wrestling, you kept me in. You said, let's do a tag team, call it Excellence Personified. You already had to put thought into this. And, you know, we'll have some fun. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's what I'm missing. I just need some fun. And you kept me in wrestling. That's great. I don't know what kind of cookie you want because you keep bringing it up. You kept me in wrestling. But you got something out of that as well. What'd you get? Besides the NWA North American tag titles. Because let me tell you, nobody else was going to tag with you that was even capable of grabbing those titles. Because nobody trusted you at that point. But what did you get? After tagging with me, after getting those titles, after showing people what kind of person you could be, you got respect from the people in the locker room. They saw that Scottie Gash did have tools, did have talent, didn't need to cheat, could be trusted. This is the best thing that ever happened to you. So don't tell me this huge favor you did for me didn't go unrewarded. I think we're square when it comes to one of your points there. So anyway, what happened, Scott? We became a tag team. We became probably the best tag team in Pittsburgh or PWX history. And then when it ran its course, we decided it was time to go. It was time to part ways because our hearts were always in singles wrestling. We're singles wrestlers. And we didn't part ways like every other tag team out there. We didn't fight. We just parted ways. We remained friends. And then let me tell you, the second that happened, everyone in the locker room said, you're going to go right back to being the asshole you were. And I said, no. He's got it. He's okay. And you did for a little bit. But without me there, wiping your nose, carrying you on my back, keeping you out of trouble, you slowly, flashes of asshole Scottie Gash started coming back. And people said, I told you so, Brandon. I said, no, you got it wrong. You got it wrong. It's just something he's doing. Your little thing with Dean Rafford and the Three Rivers title, you acting like you lost your mind. Come on. You didn't lose your mind. You're playing your little games to get what you wanted. I know what you were doing. And you're walking up to that line, but you never crossed it. I didn't think you crossed it. Yeah, you did some stuff I wouldn't do. But I just thought you were doing what you had to do to get the title. And, what is what it is. So I kept protecting you in the locker room. I kept your name solid as much as I could. There's people who didn't buy any of that shit. And they were the right ones. No. But, I saw flashes. And I saw, and it should have been a big indicator. It should have been a huge indicator of what was to be. And I let it go and it still defended you. That was when, and this is one of your points too, and this is the point that pisses me off more than any of them, is when you came out and saved Brandon K from Eric Ecstasy and Justin Idol. for those that don't know, before I beat Idol at the anniversary show, he thought he'd have Eric Ecstasy soften Brandon up. When Eric could not do that because he doesn't have the skills to do that, Idol came out, jumped me, and tried to take me out because Idol knew he didn't have the skills to beat Brandon K. And what Scottie do to make the big save? He came out and he kicked me, well, you were nogging me, whatever you call your stupid move, in the face. And then you went on to say how you did me a favor. How if you wouldn't have did that, they would have ended my career. Well, you know what, Scottie? I've been in the business a long time, and I've seen a lot of friends of mine getting outnumbered and getting beat down. Not once did I ever think it was a good idea to run down there and kick my friend in the face. See, if the roles were reversed, I'd have ran down there and I'd have gave Eric and Justin hell. And if I wouldn't have overcame them, if they'd have beat my ass, laid me down beside you, then so be it. But that's what friends do. That would have been the courageous thing to do. That would have been the right thing to do. Now let's talk about what you did. Let's not no illusions what really happened that day. Let's talk about what you did. You ran down because you saw three friends getting ready to go at it, or going at it. And you took the path of least resistance. And that's your MO, brother. You thought, there's two there, one there. There's two assholes there, one pretty good guy there. But they're all my friends. What do? I'll hit Brandon. These guys, if I hit them, they won't forgive me. But Brandon, he's a good guy. He'll forgive me. And when I didn't, when I called you out on your bullshit, it pissed you off. Even then, I let it go. And I still defended you after a while. But I never forgave you, Scott. And I should have seen it. I should have dropped your ass right then. But I let it go. It's always been your MO. It's now that talking about it, I see how stupid I've been to back you for so long. And I'll probably continue being stupid. I'll get to that. So I told you, brother, don't do me any more favors. I don't need your kind of favors because your favors suck. And yes, I jumped in your match with Matt Conrad. And I did it after I told you not to do me any favors. And why did I do it? Because I saw you ready to cross the line. All the work I've done in shaping you back into a decent human being, I saw just going away. I saw you reverting back to who you were. And that's not what any of us wanted. So I went out there and I tried to stop you from hurting a defenseless Matt Conrad. And you thanked me by being an asshole. You thanked me by costing me my golden ticket. Which is fine, whatever. See, Scott, even then, I was still having hope for you. And it's a shame. But here's where we're at, Scott. Your obsession. That is your downfall. That is what I can't fix, apparently. You become obsessed with me having that belt. And my theory, and which is probably pretty accurate, is you're obsessed with having a belt, whatever, 3 Rivers of heavyweight, because it validates who you are. Because your self-confidence is crap. You became so obsessed that this is what brought you back down. I see it in your eyes. It's like your little precious. You ever watch Lord of the Rings? That's what you remind me of, that little freaky thing that walks around. So what did I do? Yes, if I was proud that I came out there and cost you that belt, damn right I was. When I went to BC Steel, said put me in that match, my main goal was to have you walk out not having that belt. And honestly, I didn't want it either at this point. Nothing against the belt, because I knew what was going to come after. I had 5% hope that you would straighten up, that me taking away the object of your obsession would straighten you up. And I knew 95% sure that it would just piss you off and we would be going at it. And that's why I didn't want the belt, Scott. I don't want anything. When we do this match, I don't want anything to overshadow the fact this is about Brandon K versus Scottie Gash. This is about man versus man. And at the end of it, Scottie, you know who's going to win. You said it yourself. But Brandon K, when it comes to the big matches, he wins them. Well, this is a big match, Scottie. Whether people want to, say it is or not, it's a huge match. And I'm going to win it, Scott. And at the end of that match, I'm going to be stupid once again. Because I still have a little bit of hope in you. And I'm going to put my hand out to you. And I'm going to say probably, I'm going to tell you, whatever I did that has brought you to this point, I'm sorry for. And you can either shake that hand and apologize for what you've done, or you can give me the uranagi and I won't even fight it. This is your legacy, Scott. This is what's going to, people are going to remember you doing, your last moments perhaps. I'm going to let you decide how it ends.